What up, dudes? It's Gaz, and welcome back to another Warframe video. So this is the final, not even a full weekly reset, the last day of the Nightwave Season 6 for Nora Remix Volume 6. And yeah, we're just going to bring it in to the Season 7 here, which starts on Tuesday with the last couple of weekly reset items. Also, we do have also Dog Days ending on Tuesday as well, so let's get right into what we have for this weekly reset. If you enjoy these types of videos, make sure you're sub. We're also live on stream right now. We're going to be doing the weekly reset stuff after this video goes up. Alright, so let's start with Teshin's weekly item. Let's see what he's got. Looks like Teshin's got a Rifle Riven mod for 75 Steel Essence, and also the usual Kuva and Relic packs. So yeah, Dog Days does go away in about like a day. It's like 1 day, 16 hours or something like that. So basically the last day of Dog Days. And that's going to be on Earth. You can get things like guaranteed Nightwatch Napalm mods from the vendor. But as far as the Deviri Dormazone stuff like Archides wares, not really usually a reason to go over here, but there have been some reasons recently, since this vendor can bring companion ribbon mods and the Verglas ribbons were so expensive last week. This could be a somewhat easy way to get companion ribbons if the RNG is in your favor. But I haven't looked at it yet, so let's hope that they have it this week, because the Verglas ribbons already went down in price. Okay, look, I called it, okay? We got a good week at Archides this week. We got companion ribbon mod, so that could be a Verglas for you, which probably still 500 plat-ish at the unrolled one. Got a melee ribbon mod for 15 pathos. Yeah, the companion ribbon's actually more pathos than the melee one, funny enough. For my blueprint, Oricon Reactor. Blueprint is one of the only ways to get these free in the game is from this vendor over here. And then also Exilus Warframe Adapter. So pretty good stuff here, guys. I'd say maybe do a couple Aura Worm boss fights to get some Pathos clamps for this stuff if you are interested.
There'll be other times.
Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look at the EDA and the Archon hunt. That's where you're going to be getting your weekly Archon shards in Warframe. The Archon hunt is like a guaranteed way, and the EDA is a almost guaranteed way. For your Archon hunt this week, you've got the red Archon shards from the Wolf Archon, and the mission types are mobile defense, normal defense, and the final boss showdown. So lots of defense stuff going on here. Maybe bring a frame like Frost or Zephyr. Alright, so go take a look at that EDA now. And yeah, I have some new computer stuff that's going on, so if anything was weird about this video compared to usual, just let me know. But yeah, hopefully everything is going to be set, and yeah, we'll be covering the new Nightwave on Tuesday when it comes out. But yeah, for right now, guys, you have like a day and a half to get your glaxion augment grinded out. I think it's like level 25 or something like that, so yeah. I would definitely say it's worth getting the glaxion augment, and you'll be getting the Sobek augment on the way as well. Alright, so looks like the boss fight is still not back, but there might be a change to that in the future. We'll see. But for what we have right now, it's a good old Alchemy Mere Defense Disruption. El Clasico for this EDA. Now, as far as the mission modifiers, your Alchemy mission is going to have Alchemic Invulnerability, so that means some of these enemies are going to be impervious to damage. You can only damage them if you throw the correct grenade of an icon above their head. So there'll be like a skull above their head. That means to throw a toxic grenade, icicle, throw an ice grenade. This pretty much just means the enemies will be immune walking around. So just be aware that you will have a lot of immune enemies walking around in this mission that can still shoot you. So just be aware of that. Bring a kind of tanky character, I'd say. Next one, Devil's Bargain. If an ally is within near a slight enemy of 4 meters, they will gain increased fire rate and reduced ammo efficiency. That basically means you waste all your ammo if you're near a dead enemy in this mission. So just be aware of that. Maybe use abilities to kill stuff or something else. And then everyone's favorite, Vampiric Liminus. Slow-moving, immortal Deviri Liminus drain health energy from allies that get too close. So you have immune enemies and immune Liminus. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of immune enemies around you, basically. Just be very careful in this first mission. Again, if you got a Dante Spectre or something like that, oh wait, there's a gear embargo, never mind. If you don't use gear embargo, bring a Dante Spectre or like use some Overguard or something like that to hopefully be more tanky here. And that's going to be all your alchemy modifiers that were on the Mere Defense. The first one's going to be Glyph Inflation. The security system requires twice as many Vosphine glyphs to activate. That's a lot of glyphs. I think it's like 100 glyphs to activate this thing. So be aware of that. That's kind of deadly. So yeah, the objective can easily die if you're not grabbing these glyphs every so often. So this can make it a little bit more dangerous. hostile regeneration. Enemies' health slowly regenerates. So that's not going to be too bad. Now, if you summon the mech, it should let the mech heal as well. But if you team shot that mech, have some gloom going or something like that, it can be kind of nice. Or not even a bad modifier, because you just kill them really quickly. So if they're regenerating health, who cares? They're already dead. And for the final one, the rogue Archonids charge attacks will pull Warframes towards them. Like the dog robots will pull you in, basically. Not that big of a deal, honestly. So this one's pretty straightforward. And for your final mission, the Disruption, you got Unified Purpose. Enemies can target and destroy the conduits. That one's terrible. Wait, is it the same thing as last week, basically? These modifiers seem exactly the same as last week, basically. Might be a little bit different. Rogue Culverins equip weapons that can deal 5 times damage to Overguard and Necromechs. Okay, who cares about that? And the last one, Slain enemies burst with Void Energy. So be careful, if you're killing an enemy nearby the conduit, they will blow up on the conduit, and that will damage it a lot. So that could be an easy fail right there. So just be aware of that. And for your modifiers here, you've got... oh my gosh, these might be the worst modifiers possible, actually. Okay, so you have reduced ability duration by 75%. Yikes. You've got Transference Distortion, which means no operator for you. So no focus operator stuff. Or unless the passive, I suppose. And then also, gear embargo. You cannot use gear. You can't use crewmates, you can't use specters, you can't use energy pads, none of that stuff allowed. And I guess Frame Curse Syndrome's not that bad, but the rest of the stuff's pretty bad. Frame Curse Syndrome, activating ability, inflicts 50 damage upon you. So yeah, these 3 right here are really bad. Your abilities are bad because they have no duration, you can't use your operator, and you also can't use anything that would be potentially cheesing this, like gear. So if that's worth it to you guys, I want to just clarify this to people that think EDA is like needed. This is not required content, okay? If you can't handle this stuff, or your gear is bad or whatever, like you have to use the talons and the something like the karst or something, you know, like if you don't have good gear for the week, guys, you don't need to actually run it. It is not required content. I know it might feel required, like I want the most Tau shards possible, but just keep in mind, it's not required at all. But you know what is required? Go to talk to Bird 3 and get this yellow shard from Bird 3. It resets once every week, and it costs 30,000 reputation. You get a yellow shard over here. But yeah, that is going to be a pretty rough EDA, all things considered. Those limits in that first mission are going to be hard to notice because there's going to be so many immune enemies around you. You're not going to notice a immune vampire cloud floating around the edges of the map. So be very, very careful about that. Now, let's go over our last... Well, actually, let's go over the Incarnons, and we'll go over our last Nightwave mini reset before the Season 7 starts on Tuesday. So for your normal Deviri stuff, your frames are going to be Necros, Valkyr, and Oberon. I don't even remember where they moved Oberon to, but I'm pretty sure it's a terrible place. So I'd recommend picking Oberon here, because I'm pretty sure he comes from Railjack Defense or something like that now. Valkyr drops from the boss fight on Jupiter, Alad V, and Necros drops from one of the boss fights on Deimos, Lephantis. So yeah, this guy's dropping from a boss fight. He no longer drops from Eximus like he used to back in the day, guys. Just pick this one, honestly. So there you go. And as far as the Steel Path Incarnons, I already know we have a very good week this time. So get ready for some explanations of how powerful these weapons actually are. But before we go over this stuff, make sure that if you haven't played in a while, you check out this stuff over here, where you can choose Kuva or Ribbons instead of Incarnons if you don't need these Incarnons, but still want to play Circuit. Okay, so we have the Bow Incarnon, the Latron Incarnon, the Furus Incarnon, the Furax Incarnon, and the Strun Incarnon. So as far as the best weapons this week, they're going to be all the guns, honestly. These melees are fine. They're every Incarnon melee is good. But these guns are some of the best guns in the game. And this pistol right here is one of the best pistols in the game. So let's go over what each of these does, though. For the Bow Incarnon, the Incarnon form gives it increased range. It also gives it increased damage and heavy attack efficiency, too. But mainly increased range. 4 extra years of range, making this gigantic, I think it's like 12-meter range or something like this on this stick. And since it has decently high stats from the Incarnon upgrades, it can be a pretty powerful melee influence weapon. If you don't want to go with melee influence, you can do this thing. Slash procs will be created out of impact procs. Kind of okay. But yeah, this is probably the least useful of the Incarnons this week. Because the Furax Incarnon, or actually the Furax Wraith in general, and Furax in general, can be used as a stat stick for Mesa. But you don't technically need the Incarnon for that. And you don't really need the Incarnon for this either. Moving on to the Latron Incarnon, we have a very powerful fireball launcher right here. Reminder, there is a new setting in Warframe you can make weapons full auto. So this thing used to be semi-auto since the dawn of Warframe time. There's a full auto setting to make it you can spam these shots as quickly as possible. You just hold on the trigger and it fires it as fast as possible. That's great because this thing is very hard hitting, but you don't want to be clicking every single time you fire a bullet from this. The Incarnon form makes a bouncing fireball launcher, and some of these top tier Incarnons are really strong. This one right here, removing enemy's armor per puncture proc. That's a permanent armor removal per puncture proc. This thing's puncture innately. Or go for critical parallel with big crit chance increase and crit damage increase. This thing can definitely hit really, really hard. So I highly recommend this thing, but we'll talk about some other options here as well this week. These are some really good Incarnons. This one too. On puncture status effect, increased multi-shot. Stacks up to 4 times. 25% per proc, you get 100% multi-shot from this. So very, very powerful. Furious Incarnon, one of the best pistols in the game. The Incarnon form becomes basically a jet engine that is fire-based and can hit really hard. I was just in the simulacrum before I recorded this video, messing around with weapons, and yeah, you can like pretty much one-tick everything in the game with this very easily. So, really powerful weapon. Some of the top-tier Incarnons give you big status chance increase or increased fire rate, I guess. I've never actually used that fire rate one, but yeah, basically let's go for the status chance one here. Tons of fire procs. And it might not seem crazy good, but it is. Trust me, it is crazy good, and if you're looking for a good, powerful secondary for high-level missions, this is a great option, although I do like the dual tox more most of the time. But yeah, very, very powerful right there. Firax Incarnon, again, like I said, the ones you should get this week prioritized are the guns. The melees are definitely lower priority, but still good. The Incarnon special attack on this one, it gives you a Fire Slam on Heavy Slam, which will deal not a lot of damage, but the nice thing about the Heavy Slams, it gets actually Heavy Slam efficiency when you use this Incarnon form. So you can Heavy Slam, Heavy Slam, Heavy Slam, and not lose your combo. So that's kind of nice. But yeah, the fire itself is not that powerful. The main reason you'd use this thing is for a punching weapon, a high-stat punching weapon, or if you want to use the Amalgam Furax body count mod to increase the fire rate of your Mesa pistols, or any pistol for that matter. So more of a stat stick than anything else, but I have used it to actually just like one-punch acolytes a lot of the time too. So pretty good stuff. Then for the Strun Incarnon here, it's going to be a Shotgun Incarnon, and the Incarnon form of this one becomes a Rocket Launcher. The Rocket Launcher has very high stats, and it has built-in fire damage, so you get lots of fire procs. The top tier Incarnons give you lots of status chance increase. As you can see right here on this one, not Brutal Edge, Elemental Balance gives you base status chance 132% increase on the Incarnon form. 132% increased status chance. That's a mod, like basically a mod on your build, so it gives this thing hundreds of percent status chance on the actual build at the end of the day, so it's very, very strong. Just a fire rocket launcher, basically, with not the biggest AoE. Now, as far as the number 1 and number 2 recommendations for this week, guys, I'm going to say probably Furious number 1. It is really, really good. And your number 2 will come down to, do you want a rifle or do you want a shotgun? This shotgun's really good, but I will go ahead and let you know that I like the Boar Prime or the Strun Prime Incarnon, so maybe you would like that as well. The Strun Prime is a rocket launcher, the Boar Prime is a training beam, and training beams are really good in this game. But yeah, go for Furious Latron or Furious Strun, whatever one you want to go for. But if I had to choose, I'd go with Furious Latron, personally. So I hope that was helpful to you guys. Let's go over our final Nightwave reset before it goes away on Tuesday. And of course, we'll be covering the new Nightwave season, but it's not even out yet. So let's see what we got. Okay, first one, Friendly Fire. While piloting a hijacked cruise ship, destroy 3 enemy fighters. Okay? By the way, no one would ever do this unless it was a Nightwave challenge. Next one, Tusk Thumper. Kill a Tusk Thumper in the Plains of Eidolon. Okay, if anyone's trying to catch up with a Nightwave season, they're giving you some annoying challenges this week, it looks like. So any Thumper will do, at least. Next one, your normal Elite Weekly. Kill 100 Eximus. That's pretty good with this other one here. Kill 30 Eximus. Kill 100 Eximus. That one's... They're throwing you a bone after having to take a cruise ship and kill a Thumper. And then also, while we're at it, let's kill a Gauntlist, or kill or capture an Eidolon Hydralist as your other Elite Weekly. So, if you're trying to get caught up here, guys, you're going to be fighting an Eidolon Hydralist, capturing a Thumper, and doing some Railjack stuff, I guess. The other ones are just kill enemies, complete missions, and kill Eximus. For your final Nightwave cred store before this goes away, let's hope that we got some good stuff here, so you can drop your Nightwave creds on something actually useful. Now, as far as what to use your last Nightwave creds on, you could get Reactors. I got like a bunch of these. You can get Nightane, you can get Kuva. There's other things that you get as well. If you want these helmets, of course. The Goth's helmet is here this week. We've also got Bursting Mass. Wait, we have Bursting Mass here twice? Why is Bursting Mass here twice? Okay, just in case you almost forgot about it, Bursting Mass is here twice for the Beetleless Quanta, giving you accumulated damage of the bubble. Why is it here twice? That's what I'm wondering. Yeah, if you want to use this, go for it. A 15-meter exploding bubble sounds kind of funny. Also got Infested Impotence, making Infested move slower. Deadeye for the Sniper Rifle, giving it more damage. Wild Frontier Flicker Con. Okay, so it looks like this stuff's pretty bad. We have a pretty bad Nightwave store for mods here. So hopefully you turned in your stuff last week, guys. You got the Pangolin Sword and Ceramic Dagger for Mastery Fodder, even though Ceramic Dagger is more than Mastery Fodder. And you got Wolf Beacons. This could be a decent use of your Nightwave creds, because the Wolf is now guaranteed to drop a weapon part every kill. So if you need to farm some Wolf Sledge parts, you know, drop like, 200 Wolf or 200 Nora creds of this or whatever you want to, and maybe get a Wolf Sledge set. The Wolf Sledge parts do have individual different drop rates still, but he is guaranteed to drop a part now. As far as these other augments down here, nothing really that I'd really drop multiple creds on. Maybe get some rumbled copies for Atlas. Anyone wants to buy that, but yeah. Main things you should spend your Nightwave creds on is unfortunately going to be Auric and Catalyst, Nightane, Kuva, and some other stuff, because it's not a great week this week for the cred store. But yeah, this stuff all ends on Tuesday with a new season with the Dread Augment, the Hate Augment. And yeah, guys, if you want to do dog days, that's also your day and a half warning. So hopefully this video is fun and helpful to you. Let's take a look at these invigorations, and we can see how powerful this can actually be. I see Jade and Garuda. That's a good sign. So these are random per player per week, and if you want to unlock this, go to the Deimos Necrolisk and go to Sun NPC after you get rank 5, I think it is, and you can unlock this invigoration segment, which lets you do crazy buffs like hopefully this one. For Jade, we have increased melee damage and energy rate. Okay, I don't really ever melee on Jade, but she is... No, I take it back. Speaking of the Wolf Sledge, I love to use the Wolf Sledge on Jade. This could be quite nice with Jade and the Wolf Sledge. I'm already hitting damage cap with the Wolf Sledge on Jade, but hey, why not 250% more melee damage into some energy or so pretty good there. Okay, I like this one a lot. You got Garuda, Ability, Strength, and Parkour. Oh man, I love those things. So now we're moving faster than ever on Garuda, and if I run Molt Garuda, our movement speed buff will be also enhanced. So I like that one a lot. I'll probably be playing a good amount of Garuda this week. I did want to farm some Steel Essence, that'd be kind of nice. And for the final one here, we got Excalibur with secondary damage and energy max. Not exactly what I'm looking for at Excalibur, but this one's really nice right here. Jade damage for the Wolf Sledge, and then Garuda movement speed for being fast and slicey. So, hope you guys found this video fun and helpful. Hope you enjoyed all the coverage of the Nightwave season this, however many months it's been, 4 or 5 months. I appreciate your support. We'll be covering the Nightwave season in depth as well on Tuesday, so make sure you come stop by for that. And I appreciate your support, guys. See you next time, and have a good Nightwave ending. Peace!